Hello, and welcome to our live McRib eating event. Today, December 2nd, 2020, on the day that the McRib comes back to McDonald's nationwide. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live McRib eating event. I'm delighted to be here. Well, let's see. I don't want to start until we get a quorum here, but it seems like we already got quite a few people. In any case, I'm very excited to be presenting this live McRib eating event. Now, a little bit of history. Obviously, this is not the first time I've ever had a McRib. This thing has been around since 1981. Okay? In 1981, McDonald's introduced the McRib. It was created by McDonald's head chef, Rene Arend, who also invented the Chicken McNugget. So this guy was very skilled at using these pressed, reconstituted meat products. And Rene, as I said, created both the Chicken McNuggets and the McRib. McRib was actually not very popular. It was on the menu at McDonald's for a couple years in the early 80s, and then it dropped off. And since then, they've been bringing it back every couple years. Okay? So, in any case, today's the big day. McDonald's is bringing the big day. Let me talk to you about this for a minute. I wrote this article, actually, if you want to Google it, if you care about McRib that much, for Food and Wine magazine last year when it came back. The thing about it is, it's fine. The McRib is good. It's fine. But it's not worth all this hype. I think the thing is, it's a tradition almost. And when they bring it back, it gets hype. It gets hype. As it does when Wendy's brings back their spicy nuggets, which I think they have all the time now, or Arby's brings back the market fresh sandwiches, or any of that junk. Okay, so it's the granddaddy of this thing. It's the granddaddy of a fast food limited time offering that comes back and it gets hype. It gets people in the door. In fact, that's one of the theories. People are always talking about, if people who care about this stuff say, I don't believe it's okay. You guys, I know you guys think it's bad. Well, we'll see. We'll see if the new one is bad. I didn't think it was bad last time I had it, which was probably about 4 years ago. Okay. In any case, there's a lot of conspiratorial thinking about whether this is tied to pork prices being low. And there's a giant article on the All from 2011 by Willie Staley that you might want to check out if you care about that. Kind of saying that might be the case, but there's a number of other theories about why McDonald's brings back the McRib so sporadically, and one of the theories is that it's a loss leader, just to get people in the door during a slow time of year. The other theory, obviously, as I said, is that it's tied to pork prices, which does have some validity. In any case, now the McRib. Why I want to make sure that you understand this. McDonald's sent me this McRib for free. Okay, very exciting. Free McRib. I woke up this morning. I was thinking about going to get one, but I wasn't in really any rush. And I looked in my inbox, and there was an email from McDonald's Corporation saying, today's the day. Would you like to have a free McRib? And I was like, I think if you know me, if you look at this Instagram at all regularly, you know I'm not going to turn down free food from anyone. So I said, sure. And so McDonald's we're going to send you a free McRib. And it arrived about 3 minutes ago. So here we go. And they also do you want any fries or soda with it or whatever? So I was like, yeah, sure. So I got a free soda. Here, I got a Diet Coke. And you guys are always asking, the reason, everyone's like, what kind of drinks do you have? Well, the reason that I have a Diet Coke is because I don't want the extra calories. I would rather have a second hamburger than a sugary soda. I would rather have a second hamburger in most cases than fries or a side. So I got a Diet Coke this time, and I got a fries. Although, as I said, even though McDonald's has what, in my opinion, are the best fast food fries, I don't want a ton of them. I'd rather spend my calories on meat. Anyway, okay, here we go. Everyone, thank you for tuning in to this event. Now, we've got to give this a little bit, grade it on a curve a little bit, because this was delivered. As you know about most fast food, and as we discussed extensively when I was on that Hot Dog is a Sandwich podcast, fast food loses a lot of its value after the first 5 minutes. And therefore, when you get it delivered, some holds up better than others. Like I had Taco Bell delivered. It took almost an hour, and it was terrible. And I didn't want to have Taco Bell again for months. Okay, McDonald's holds up usually somewhat better. Also, the McDonald's is nearby here, so it didn't take probably more than 15 minutes for this to get here. I see someone asking about the beef tallow McFries. I'm going to do that probably this weekend. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, a book of alleged McDonald's old recipes leaked on the internet. I know it leaked. It's probably been around for a while. The classic recipes they used from the 1960s to the 1980s. One of them is the recipe for the fries with the beef tallow, which they got rid of in the 80s. And everybody that remembers says they're astonishingly good, significantly better than the already good modern McDonald's fries. So the recipe involves using beef tallow. I'm going to cook some this week, and I'm going to post about it. Okay, let's get down to business. McRib. Here we go. McRib. All right. Somebody requested an unboxing, so I'm going to unbox it here for you, right? Ready? This is especially delightful, I'm sure, for those of you overseas who don't get to have the McRib this week or this month. All right. All right. Everyone, I see people, obviously this is a controversial matter. Many people think that this is a gross sandwich. I mean, I don't know, maybe you guys didn't grow up when I did. There was a lot of gross food around in the 70s and 80s. This was not nearly as gross as a lot of the food that people were forced to eat for their school lunches and crap, even for their family dinners in the 70s and 80s. Okay, anyway, the McRib, just to be clear, what it is ground up pork shoulder reconstituted into a shape that kind of looks like a slab of pork ribs. And as I say in my article, the meat never looked like this. The meat never looked like it had ribs because pork shoulder is not the same as pork ribs. But it's kind of a nifty feature of the McRib. All right, now let me show you this too. Also, it comes on this long roll, which you don't usually see at McDonald's. And look at this. I don't want it to fall off here. So it's got onions and it's got pickles. All right, here we go. All right. I want to make this very clear. This is good. Okay? It's not Barf City. It's not any of this other stuff. It's perfectly fine. In fact, it's a very interesting addition to the McDonald's canon. Because the thing is, I think that all of you know, if you've dined at McDonald's, we've done at McDonald's repeatedly, you know that everything at McDonald's has kind of a uniform taste. I don't know whether it's the nature of the buns or the nature, I'm talking about the sandwiches mainly, but this fits neatly into the canon. It's like the chicken sandwich. You could always tell, certainly I could, blindfolded, if you were eating a chicken sandwich or a burger, or it came from McDonald's, okay? This is the pork version of that. And the fact of the matter is, it's actually very good. I don't usually get indigestion, actually. I do sometimes after eating extremely hot stuff with a lot of hot peppers on it. In general, I never get sick from eating fast food. But that's why I'm doing this. Okay, let's take a look at the inside here. There you go. There's your ground up pork. There's your pickles. There's your onions. And the barbecue sauce. I really like this. I'll tell you this. This one, it's probably been 20, 25 minutes since it was cooked because it was delivered. Grating it on that curve is really good. Okay? Now, if you are not a fan of McDonald's, this is not going to change your mind. However, if you're a fan of McDonald's and you like their burgers and you like their chicken This is the pork version of that. Okay, it's a brand extension, very faithful to their general flavor. Okay. Anyway, I want to say thank you to McDonald's for sending me this free McRib and the fries and the soda. I'm not sure if it's the same barbecue sauce for the nuggets. I don't think it is. But I actually had that barbecue sauce pretty recently. I don't think it is. I could be wrong though. Anyway. All right. The McRib, very good. Let me also tell you, this is also part of this thing that McDonald's said. They're having this promotion where you can win a free McRib by posting. It's this No Beard November thing. It's rather complicated, but basically if you post a selfie with their hashtag, their special hashtag, even if you don't have a beard, they're like, the whole thing is like you shave off your beard for November or something. It's December now, but anyway, this is the last day of the win a free McRib promotion. And if you post a selfie using this hashtag, you can maybe win a free McRib. So after this video, the next slide I put up will be the information about that, should you care to win a free McRib. Now, I'm going to answer a few questions, then I'm going to finish eating this, then I'm going to get to work. The normal Bill Oakley order at McDonald's is 2 cheeseburgers. Usually, sometimes even 3 or 4 cheeseburgers. But also the Quarter Pounder Deluxe, which I've maintained in several of my videos, is the best burger in the history of McDonald's, at least the one that I've ever tried. The Quarter Pounder Deluxe has lettuce, tomato, and mayo, which to me is an essential component of an excellent burger. What am I working on? Some of you who follow me on Twitter may have known that Josh and I have been working on developing I would say it's somewhat of a spin-off of our show Mission Hill, called Gus and Wally, in which Gus and Wally will be the stars and the rest of the cast will still appear. It's sort of a continuation of the show, so I'll be working on that this afternoon. Next question. Sight Gags products will be up and available. There'll be a website. It'll be on my Twitter. It'll be on the Sight Gags Twitter probably in mid to late January, but they're actually here. I have the prototype sitting right here. I'm not going to show you. Yes, I'm working on Gus and Wally. In any case, that will conclude our live McRib tasting event. This will be on my story for 24 hours, as are all live events here. I encourage you, if you want to win a free McRib, to do their thing with the selfie and the beard or whatever it is. That's the next slide after this. In any case, everyone who tuned in, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I recommend this product. And I'm not just saying that because I got it for free. It was only like $6 anyway. Good stuff. Thank you, McDonald's.